This is the basics of Carnatic Swara. The way you can play the Carnatic Swaras R1, R2, R3, etc. on the guitar or any other Western instrument. Thing is, if Sa is the C note, then C sharp is the Re1, D will be the Re2, D sharp or E flat will be the Re3. Right? If C, so if it's like a variable, Sa, Re1, Re2, Re3, all of them are variables. If Sa is D, then Re1 will be the immediate next note D sharp, Re2 will be E, then again Re3 will be F. Now, usually the problem is, why is it like there are Re1, Re2, Re3, three of them, and then immediately after Re3 the next Ga is a Ga3? The reason is there is an overlap happening there. In some ragas you may have some notation like Sa, Re1, Ga1, which means you can play the Sa, Re1 and Ga1 on 3 consecutive frets, and you don't have to call it as Sa, Re1, Re2. You can still call it with different alphabets, Sa, Re and Ga. Sa, Re1, Ga1 are consecutive. Okay, so the way, how do you remember this? For me it's easiest to remember if I remember it as Sa, Re1, Re2, Re3. That was C, C sharp, D and D sharp. Then the immediate next fret is a Ga3. The E note, the major third in the major scale, is a Ga3. And then we count back. The fret just before it is a Ga2, and then before that you have a Ga1, which means the R2, Sa, R1, R2, Sa, Re1, Re2. Re2 coincides with the Ga1 in position. Re3 coincides with Ga2 position. You can play even on keyboard also. If you have the C, next one is a Re1, Re2, Re3, and the E note is a Ga3. Counting back, you again have Ga1 on the D and Ga2 on the D sharp. Okay. Then after Ga3, this Ga3 is a E note, right? First string open is also a E note. Ga3, then after that Ma1 and Ma2. There is no Ma3. You can play the same thing here also. Ga3, Ma1, Ma2, Pa. If you start on the first string, E note is Ga3, Ma1, Ma2, Pa. Then after Pa, again between Tha and Ni, again a similar situation happens like we had with Re and Ga. After Pa we have Dha1, Dha2, Dha3. In this case, Pa is a G, then we have G sharp, A and A sharp as the Dha1, Dha2 and Dha3. Then immediately after Dha3 we have the Ni 3, which means we have to count back to find the Ni 2 and Ni 1. Ni 2 is here on the A sharp, Ni 1 is here on the A. Pa, Dha1, Dha2, Dha3. Then again Ni 1 coincides with the Dha2, Ni 1, Ni 2, Ni 3. Next fret is a Sa, higher octave Sa, C note again. Like I said, you can do the same thing with D or F for any of them. If it's an if case, if Sa is a D, then Re1 has to be the D sharp, Re2 will be E, and it's the same as Ga1 position. Happens like that. For example, let us say if Sa is F, then you have an F here. Immediate next fret is Sa, Re1, Re2, Re3, and after Re3 you have a Ga3. Counting back, you have Ga2 and Ga1, where the Ga1 coincides with the Re2 of the F Sa, and the Ga3 is anyway, the Ga2 coincides with the Re3 of the F Sa. Sa, Re1, Re2, Re3, Ga3, Ma1, Ma2, Pa, Dha1, Dha2, Dha3, Ni 3, and again coming back to the Sa. That's it. So why is this useful? For example, let us take a raga like Natai. We have Sa, Re3, Ga3 and Ma coming together. Yeah, if we didn't have the Re3, we will have to call it a Sa, Ga2, Ga3, Ma1. The origins are very, you will have to study there are different kinds of Viennas and stuff like that. You Chatushruti Rishabam, Shatshruti Rishabam and all that is those terms I'm told that those terms come from the original instruments which they were based on and stuff. So you don't have to worry about that. We are looking at the position on a Western instrument, how we can play the Re1, Re2, Re3, etc. And this is there is an overlap happening. And the practical reason why it is useful that we have the re3 and there an overlap happens is that we can call, for example, the Raga Nata, we can call it as Sa re3 ga 3 ma 1 instead of calling it Sa ga 2 ga 3 ma 1. Then you will have to sing it as ga ga ma. Instead, now we have re3, so we can sing it as sa re ga ma sa re ga ma pa. Again with the tha also, pa dha 3 ni 3 sa. Look at the link below. There's a PDF which shows more about it.